What's going on, boys? It's your boy Ralph chillin', back at it with another banger. And today we have something to talk about, something different, something serious, something crazy. And this right here, we ain't gonna be, token that much. Maybe we will, because, Fields family did release a new product that's, free of, that harmful stuff, Yes, sir. Gotta take a little toke, because why not? Okay, an article just dropped and created a whole mess in the market right now. Trust. So many brands got hit. Stizzy, Dime, even Genetics. Oh my gosh. And we might even hear a few more. Anyways, I think you guys seen that there has been some confirmed levels of pesticide in their oils, which is kind of crazy. Because they are sold in dispensaries, they're like the top brands right now. And wow. And like, of course, posted by the LA Times, you have to pay $1 to like read the whole article. Like, wow, like, okay. But Ralph Chillin found a way to read it without, paying a single dime. Anyways, so the article starts out by saying 25 of 42 legal cannabis products that the Times and Weed Week purchased from retail stores and had tested at private labs showed concentrations of pesticides either above levels the state allows or at levels that exceed federal standards for tobacco. What does that mean? That means that the people who made this article went to dispensaries, purchased 42 products, and 25 of them came back testing with pesticides. And some of those big ones were Stizzy, Dime, Maven, like I said. And that's crazy. They, in this article, explain how they did their own research. They did their own testings at legit locations where, they have a reputable, reputation, like they're not gonna lie. They confirmed that some of these products have pesticides. There's no getting yourself around that. Some of these, literally the Stizzies that you guys are smoking on, have confirmed levels of let me see, it's not exactly pesticides, it's something else, which is crazy. We're gonna get to it right now. But as we go more into this article, it says that the contaminants include chemicals tied to cancer, liver failure, thyroid disease, and genetic and neurological harm to users and unborn children. That's all the stuff that we are trying to avoid, that we thought we're getting away from, because we're getting stuff from like a legal dispensary, And in the end, these brands lied to us. They basically lied to us. We're over here trying to buy these brands because they're clean, but they're basically, taking our money and lying to our faces, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Vapes tested from the 5 well-known brands had pesticide loads that exceeded federal Environmental Protection Agency risk thresholds for harm from a single exposure. Users might experience irritation to the lungs, eyes, and throat, as well as rash, headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Wow. Some individual products contain as many as 2 dozen. What the fuck? Some individual products contained as many as 2 dozen pesticides. One product had 2 dozen pesticides. What the heck? I want to know which one that one is. The results, the lab said, suggest some level of contamination in more than 250,000 vapes and pre-rolled joints. The joints are not getting saved either. The joints are also contaminated. Sorry, fam. This article is super long. They explain how, they even talked to some of these owners from like Stizzy, and they denied it. They denied all the allegations. Another brand that got hit right here was Backpack Boys. So many people making videos on Backpack Boys. So many videos. And look what happens. They're one of the top brands that now has the highest level of pesticides in their oil. And they explain that how one of these wholesalers, or how these people came across this oil. In the article, it says this, fam. Let me try to find it. So they say that there is no easy way to trace the source of contamination, but one of these brands, Backpack Boys, they found 12 different pesticides in them. And they interviewed a wholesaler from them. In this article, they say this, fam. And they say, among them were Backpack Boys carts, with as many as 24 pesticides, half of these above state safety limits and including chloropheniffer prohibited at any amount at 2,000 times above the minimum detection level. That sounds like they were trying to get away with it, but they didn't. And they also say the bulk oil for these vapes originated from cannabis grown on a single Central Valley farm. Shin said he bought the oil through a broker and did no independent testing of its own. Shin, who works for Backpack Boys or whatever, they bought bulk oil, did no testing. They're like, oh, we'll trust you. And they just added some flavoring to it and they sold it with the Backpack Boys name. And because of them not doing any testing of their own, look what happened. They got some dirty oil that is contaminating a lot of people out there. L Backpack Boys, L Stizzy, L West Coast Cure. Hell no. He flavored and packaged the vapes and a state certified lab declared the products pesticide free. They were then distributed by a wholesaler to Backpack Boys dispensaries across the state. Alerted to the pesticides found by the Times in the Weed Week, Shin said he could not unravel the source of contamination. A manager for the wholesaler said the company was launching its own investigation. The owners of Backpack Boys, which holds no cannabis license, did not respond to the comment. L Backpack Boys, that's all I'm saying, guys. Like, you guys are reading yourself right here. If you guys like read this and process this, you're seeing that these companies are literally, they're just doing this for money. They're just doing this for money at this point. And I know, like it's been known, but it's crazy how like they even said that Backpack Boys went through a different lab and that lab declared it pesticide free. Like, why is this lab letting it get through like this? Like, there's some dirty labs out there too. There's some shady labs out there. Hell no, fam. This cannabis market is kind of dirty and tainted right now, I feel like. And there's a lot of things we need to talk about, especially Stizzy. Where's that Stizzy part, huh? Where's that Stizzy part? Because all of this is tested, fam. All of this is tested. A pink acai vape from Stizzy, the state's top-selling cannabis brand, carried more than 60 times the maximum amount of pymetrozine allowed by federal regulators in cigarettes. So this thing had more than 60 times the maximum amount of the pymetrozine, which is, in e-cigarettes or in cigarettes. What the heck, Stizzy? You're putting cigarette stuff in your... Oh my gosh, bro. Another thing we saw is that a lot of the Flavorades are contaminated. I myself kind of like made a few reviews on it, and I knew there wasn't something right about that oil, and now I know why. And not all of the Flavorades are contaminated. Some of them are clean, I guess. They tested a lot of these. They literally, the LA Times, this newspaper, they literally spent a lot of money on carts and they just tested them, just to see if they were clean. And oh my goodness, at least half of them are not. That's crazy. I'm doing my own guesses at this point, and I'm thinking that at least half of the cannabis market is tainted. Be careful out there. I myself are going to be switching up the reviews a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit more careful on what I buy, how I buy it, what I'm smoking. So these reviews might be a little different, fam. That's all I'm saying. We might talk about this a little bit more. This is just a few of the key points I wanted to bring up. And it's kind of sad how I got to this point. But just like I said, boys, we might talk about this a little bit more later. Crazy how it got into this point, but don't worry. Ralph Chillin is here to review these brands and do it in a more careful way, letting you guys know what's good out there. And don't worry, I'm gonna ask all these brands if I can, if their stuff has been tested or something. Anyways, boys, you already know the deal, yo. Another day, another dollar, another upload. Keep dropping those likes, keep dropping those comments, and I'm gonna keep on dropping those bangers. Catch you guys in the next one.